They said the child was a miracle, a blessing that arrived when hope had already left the room. But in the village of Ayetoro, miracles don't come without a story. Because sometimes, what looks like a gift is something taken. And taking things, they don't forget where they belong. For years, Aduni waited. She drank herbs that promised life and prayed prayers that echoed into silence. In Ayetoro, a woman is like a tree. If she does not bear fruit, she's treated like dry wood, fit only for the fire. The whispers followed her everywhere. At the market, women would turn their backs when she approached, as if her barrenness was a shadow they didn't want to catch. Aduni began to shrink. She withdrew into the forest for months of spiritual seclusion, staying away so long the village almost forgot her name. Welcome to the Afro Tales with Kemi, where African stories are told slowly, honestly, and with meaning. So sit back, open your hearts, and walk with me through today's tale, told as always, the African way. I am Kemi Iwalesi. That same year, a stranger named Yatolu arrived at the edge of the village. She was traveling alone, her belly heavy with a life ready to meet the world. Beside her stood Mama Shade, the midwife trusted with life's first breath. Mama Shade was tired of seeing empty women like Aduni broken by the town's cruelty. Just before dawn, the child arrived, healthy, perfect. For one brief moment, Mama Shade placed the boy in Yatolu's hands. The mother's eyes, though heavy with exhaustion, traced a tiny crescent-shaped birthmark on the boy's shoulder. She smiled, and then she drifted into a deep sleep. Mama Shade looked at the sleeping stranger, then thought of Aduni. In her mind, she wasn't stealing. She was rebalancing the world. She wrapped the child, walked into the fading night, and left a cold steel bundle in the stranger's arms and disappeared. When Aduni returned from her seclusion, she held a son. The village gasped. They didn't ask for proof. They preferred the miracle. In Ayetoro, the atmosphere changed overnight. Suddenly, the woman who was once a ghost was the guest of honor. When Aduni walked into the stream, women rushed to help her. "Sister, rest your back. A mother of such a beautiful boy should not stream herself." At the festivals, she was no longer tucked away in the shadows. She sat among the nursing mothers, sharing in their laughter, eating the choice portions of meat. The village didn't just give her a child, they gave her back her dignity. And Aduni drank it like a thirsty traveler. She began to believe her own lie, because the truth was too cold to return to. She named him Tunde, returned. But while joy was blooming in Ayetoro, a shadow was walking through the neighboring lands. Yatolu did not believe the midwife's story. A mother's body remembers what it creates. Her arms felt the weight that was missing. She became a nomad of hope. She walked through the dust of a dozen villages. She would stop strangers by the roadside, her voice raspy from dust. "Please, Have you seen a boy with a mark like a half moon on his shoulder? He will be 3 now. He will be 5 now. People shook their heads. Some gave her water. Others threw stones, calling her the mad mother who hunted for a ghost. But she didn't stop. A woman's love is the only compass that doesn't need a map. For 7 years, Mama Shade watched the two worlds. Years passed. Tunde grew into laughter. He called Aduni Mama and she never corrected him. But for Mama Shade, every time Tunde laughed, it sounded like a scream. She saw Aduni's borrowed happiness and she heard the rumors of the mad woman wandering the borders of the forest. She had tried to do a good thing, but she had built a house on a foundation of sand. She realized then that you cannot heal one woman by breaking another. You cannot build a house of joy on a foundation of theft. Seven years later, the mad mother walked into Ayetoro. She didn't come with a king. She came with a memory. My son, she told the elders, was born with a mark, a half moon just below his left shoulder. When Mama Shade heard those words, the truth finally ran her out of breath. She fell to her knees. "I gave your child away," she sobbed. "I thought I was fixing a tragedy, but I only started a new one." The two women stood in the village square. Aduni, who had given the boy 7 years of love and mother care, and the Yatulu, who had given him life. They told me he died, but my heart had been pointing to this village for 7 years. I have walked 1,000 miles for this moment. Aduni looked at Tunde. She looked at the woman who had lost everything to find him. She realized that her dignity had been paid for with another woman's tears. That night, Aduni sat by Tunde's bed. She memorized his face. She knew that love does not erase the truth. By morning, she did what few have the strength to do. She packed a small bag, kissed Tunde's forehead, and placed his hand into the hand of the stranger. Some stories end with happiness. Others end with honesty. In Ayetoro, they still tell the story of the woman who loved a child enough to let him go. Tell me, what would you have done? Would you have kept the miracle or returned the truth? Love may raise a child, but only the truth can return them to where they truly belong.
When the drum speaks, Africa remembers. When stories